I have to tell people that they're watching Rolling Solo, that this is typically a solo role-playing show where I, Paul, play games solo. I play solo Daggerheart at the moment. But just like we did last week on Sunday, this week on Sunday, we're doing something special, and I have gone to a different table, and I have different friends, or same friends as last week, but new people, additional people, who are
Don.
Leif.
okay, and they will be playing with us. As always, it's good to let people know, or it's good for me to let people know. If you want some swag, you can see that way over there. Up front, there's an etsy.com/shop/solid soft design to buy any of your shirts, including this lovely Left Wing Vermin hoodie. If you, like me, are Left Wing Vermin.
It happens.
These guys are also Left Wing Vermin, but they never buy any of my swag.
Yeah.
That said,
True. I haven't bought any of the swag.
And since this is going up on YouTube, I am contractually obligated to say, like and subscribe. For the love of God, like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay. All right, with that out of the way.
Last week you had a legal.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
you had a legal thing you had to read
disclaimer.
Yes, and this is actually a legal disclaimer.
Yes, like I said, it's a legal
for the lawyers.
It's
It's a real legal disclaimer, and is the next item on my rundown.
Okay.
Oh. That's very professional.
Yes, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a pro. All right, here we go. This product was created using the Darrington Press Community Gaming License. The Daggerheart Open Beta Materials are owned and copyrighted by Darrington Press, LLC. All rights reserved. This product is based on the following public game content created and owned by Darrington Press. Daggerheart Open Beta Materials, Darrington Press, LLC, 2024, available at daggerheart.com. All right.
I feel better. I feel
protected.
Yes, legally speaking.
All right.
I mean, we didn't read it. Are we going to get in trouble?
No.
Okay.
It's
Just the whole thing?
It's the whole sound, tree in the forest. If a tree falls in the forest, if a lawyer
Does
doesn't
the chainsaw
show
still
up,
make noise?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So.
It's more or less what it is.
It is.
I think that's what the.
But it's good for us to reference the Daggerheart. The Darrington Press people have very kindly put out like their entire beta, which is 300 plus pages of rules and a bunch of attendant materials, some of which we have on the table. So, you know,
The least we can do is read their disclaimer.
I do not mind reading their disclaimer at all. Anyway, you guys want to play some Daggerheart?
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. So you find yourselves.
Oh, you should probably tell us how we made out of that last experience for last week.
I think we all died.
Well, no, it has to be something miraculous. I know because
yes.
I sort of felt like this energy of doom coming upon us. I mean, definitely for you.
Yeah.
I felt you were just not going to make it, and I was going to be a solo campaigner from that point on. But I'd like to know how I managed to save the day.
Well, and so would I. So we'll find this out shortly.
Okay.
You find yourselves in the small swamp town of Meyerwood. This is deep in the Sablewood. It is in a very swampy, miry area next to a river. There's very little in this town aside from a dock, tavern, a church, a market square, and an interesting tower. These are the things you can see kind of as you're hearing about the town. It is misty. Even though it is daytime, because of how overcast it is, and the mist on the ground, it is dim, almost as if it were nighttime. So we're shooting some day for night here. I'm curious. What you know as you've gotten here on your way is that no one has gotten in and out of Mirewood in a couple of weeks. You know that those who have returned have come back mad.
Mad isn't crazy.
As in crazy.
Okay.
As in disconnected from their reality that they previously had, babbling incoherently. It is believed that there is a curse on this town, and here you are. So my question is, a couple of things. Last we left off, you guys were in the middle of a fight. And the Whitefire Arcanist was performing a ritual on a stone that is supposed to ward the capital city of your kingdom from attack. So this was a very important job that you had. Presumably, you survived. So I guess my question is a couple of things. Who are you?
Well,
and how did you survive?
I am Varian Soto, wildborn Qatari, wayfinder. I basically commune with nature and do all kinds of wonderful nature things. I'm a ranger. I'm kind of that wild, crazy ranger guy.
And I'm playing Kari Nix, a wanderborn giant whose subclass is Stalwart. Pretty much, lots of strength and packy stuff up. So, yay.
How did you get out of there?
Well, it was amazing actually. So, the giant was actually knocked down on that last blow. The two I can't remember exactly what they were. Were they whites? Were they?
Skeletons.
They were. You had skeletons, and you had what were possibly whites or spirits of some kind. You may not have identified them critically.
So, what happened was you were knocked down. Mm-hmm. I ran to your aid quickly. Tried to resuscitate you, got you up just at the last moment, where you started to crawl away. While I was being chased, by the way, by the final skeleton on my side, quickly turned around, shot the skeleton, and then realized every time that we were shooting the whites, or spirits, whatever they were, there was no damage happening, really. Hardly any at all. I was fearful for my life and yours. I knew that we couldn't take them on because I don't have any magic weapons. I don't think you do either. The druid is still chanting, trying to make something happen. But ultimately, I noticed that one of the whites bumped up against our wagon, the one that the wheels fell off of, and the wheel that the white bumped up against started to, it just like burst out a piece of energy, and this white just kind of just reeled off of it.
Okay.
And then I realized, well, it must have been made with something magical. So naturally, I tried to distract the white, get him away, ran over to the wagon, busted the wheel off. Turns out this thing was a magic staff.
What?
I beat the heck out of these two whites and just barely escaped with my life right before the staff broke. They ran away screaming. The druid finished what they were doing, and there was some huge, I don't know what it was, but some sort of whirlwind of exploding magic. It was amazing and beautiful, and now we're here. Yep. That's all I remember.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. How have you guys ended up in this cursed town? What has brought you here? Were you sent? Did you take a contract? What?
I'm hoping you can remember because I don't.
The white, what is it? Whitefire Arcanist. Whitefire Arcanist sent us on, now that the city was protected.
After you returned the ward to the city,
right?
That would be a critical part of your mission,
right?
Unless you haven't accomplished that yet, and you're just on your way. I don't know.
Well, we got that ward to the city. The problem is there's a corresponding artifact that needs to be reunited with the key. So we're going to go find it. It's in this swamp mire place that we're walking to? Is this Swampmire? No, it's not Swampmire.
This is the town of Meyerwood.
Meyerwood. I always get those two mixed
It's known
up.
for its durian fruit.
Is it? That's really nice. I can't see. I can barely see you, and you're like a couple of feet from me. So we're gonna have to like figure out how we're gonna navigate this crazy little town.
Well, let's see. Have I ever been to Meyerwood before?
Neither of you have ever been to Meyerwood before.
Okay.
Sad, because that's one of my abilities. I can go right to wherever the heck I want, so long as I've been there before. I've got to explore the places I've already been.
Fair.
Okay.
I mean, that's, it's also sad that I just woke up here and I don't remember how I got here, because that's going to be a problem getting back to where we were.
Well, the wizard kind of zapped us here, so that's how we got here quickly. But I can understand why you might not remember anything, because that was a crazy trip.
Okay. So you have appeared here in Meyerwood.
Yeah.
To collect the thing that needs to be reunited with the key.
Yes. The artifact.
The artifact.
To collect an artifact. Interesting. Okay.
I should write this down.
I should write this down. Players, man. Okay. So you are here to collect an artifact. In order to do that, you might have to deal with some bad things.
Some bad things. The
Some
wizard
bad
said that
things.
there would be some bad things, but the wizard wasn't very specific.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to start you in the town. The town of Meyerwood is a small hamlet made up of a couple of dozen ramshackle buildings built on both soft earth and stilts above the murky water, with elevated wooden bridges connecting the different buildings. Amongst the varied structures are a fisher's wharf and a market area, as well as dozens of residential buildings. All of these buildings are made from weathered wood and scavenged pieces of flotsam. So as you stand about the place, and I'm going to have you enter. You are at the edge of the river on the dock, looking in at the town. What would you like to do?
This town has a very artsy feel to it.
Artsy, as in...
Well, all of the, assembled flotsam and wood and stuff like that. I mean, this is...
You want to go collecting driftwood for your collection?
I don't really have do we have our wagon with us?
You do not. You are just...
I don't have my wagon with me. I don't have any place to put the driftwood. So possibly maybe just some tchotchkes, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we need to find this artifact, and we don't know what we're looking for. So,
does this place have like an air of evil to it, or is it just a town? I mean, I feel weird that we're just here.
yeah.
That's not something that normally happens to me.
well, you were zapped here, correct?
Yeah, we were zapped there.
Yeah.
And you do know that this place has a curse on it. Like, that's information you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't very happy about being zapped to a cursed place, but, if you're going to be zapped somewhere, might as well be a cursed place.
So you want to know what's about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you give me a roll? I will say
One of those double 12-sided rolls
Yes, and
with any bonuses or against any skill.
Yeah, definitely roll for a skill, and I'm going to figure out which skill in just a second, because
First thing I do is drop my dice.
Oh no.
you grab your character sheet real quick. Okay. Yeah, give me an instinct.
Instinct roll. All right, I'm going to use this new trick that the GM told me and roll this extra little pip with it so that I remember to add that to the number. So if I remember how this works, that is a 18 with fear.
Okay, so I will take a fear.
Fearful.
I don't know if the place has much going on in terms of danger or if it feels evil to you. But what does feel evil is the spirit that begins drifting towards you. So let's go ahead and
Oh, hell no.
let's go ahead and make some
Markings.
here. I'm going to say that there is a dock. It's about yay big, leading into the town. You have been zapped in here. And the spirit is drifting in from there. You notice the spirit. And since I have
The town is
so
over here?
much fear.
Town's over here.
Town's over here?
No, town's over there. Spirit, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 fear right now. And have that spirit.
It's probably
come in.
important to point out to you at this point, just in case you don't remember, that to describe myself just a little bit, character overview, I take a shoot first, ask questions later approach. Any problem that can't be solved with a bow isn't a problem yet, which means a couple of things. Number one, it's the reason that we were kind of killing puppies last time, or not. We didn't actually. The puppies got away, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Also, it's why that the whites weren't really solved, because they were solved not by a bow but with a magic wheel. And it may also explain what's about to happen.
Okay. You're telling me that
The spirit drifts forward. It is going to go ahead and make an attack on Varian.
That seems unfair.
It does seem unfair. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does an 11 hit you?
It does not. I evade that.
Okay. Well, I only have one thing on the board, so y'all, your go.
Well, I don't even have to ask questions this time, and I think I'm justified in my actions.
well, yes.
And so here is a question that I have. I am equipped with a short bow. I'm assuming I can shoot this guy with a short bow, even if he's next to me, which is normally not the range that you would use a short bow in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna have you roll at disadvantage.
Because I mean, I don't have any other weapons other than the short bow.
You could also make an agility roll to try to step back.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to make an agility roll to try and move myself back here.
Okay.
My agility is a +2, so I'll pull 2 of those little pips up. Boop. Oh, and hold on. Do I get stuff? I got stuff, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's true. I have feline instincts. On any agility rolls, I may mark a stress to re-roll my hope die. If I do, take the new result instead. And I have a vicious entangle spell. And I could do the Wayfinder agility, mark a stress to increase your proficiency by +1 when rolling damage. Cool. And then I have the Ranger's Focus. Yeah, so it sounds like what I can do is re-roll my dice if I screw up bad enough.
Okay. Which you
So I have a 9, 10, 11. My agility, so 11 agility roll. Is that what I needed to hit?
Fear.
No. That is slightly below what you needed to hit.
Slightly below. Well, I can take a stress and re-roll this. Oh, but that was with hope, by the way.
Yeah.
So I get to use a hope. Or I get to... I'm gonna...
You take a hope.
I'm gonna use a hope to re-roll, I guess is how that works.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna add my hope back, leaving you with the same amount of hope I had before.
Exactly.
Let's hope I get a higher number. No, I don't. So I keep the original roll, which still isn't good enough.
Right.
Okay. Which means that I'm going to go ahead and spend an action token to attack you again as you move back. You'll still move back, but you get a quick reaction attack in the meantime. Does a 19 hit you?
Sadly, yes.
Okay.
But I am now moved back.
Into the water?
Yeah, I would move back down the dock personally, but
Okay.
it's up to you.
I'm
Okay.
a cat.
Water, land,
Oh,
water.
All right.
Yeah.
Land,
So it does 6
water.
damage to you. So as you move away, this is a spirit. This is a shimmering image of a humanoid.
Okay.
In this particular case, another Qatari, who just reaches out, and as they do, you feel cold seize your body, as your life force itself seems to be drawn out of you.
But I can
you
mark an
take
armor and not
6
take anything, right?
You will, if you mark an armor, you will take a stress.
Yeah. So I'll mark an armor. I'll take a stress. I take no damage because that moves it down to below 4.
Correct.
Yeah. Or actually, no. How does this work? So I've got 4, 9, and 14. That would mark 3 off because of my armor, right?
Right, which would take the 6 down to a 3,
three,
which is below your minor
below.
threshold, and then you would take just the 1 point, the 1 point of stress.
Yeah, 1 point of stress, no hit points. But I hop back and I go, hoo-hoo, very close.
All right.
And I pull back my bow.
So you guys are still in melee with this creature. What do you want to do now? You're still in combat.
Well, I don't know. I mean, have you attacked it yet?
Not successfully.
Okay, so you shot a bow at it, and the bow went through it, or no?
Actually, I don't think I
clean
would shot.
missed.
Yeah.
No, you just.
I don't even think I. No, I think I tried to agility myself away or something like that.
I guess I need to.
Oh wait, no. You agility'd away,
Yeah.
but no, and then you took a. You did not take a shot.
Yeah, I don't think I've taken a shot yet. I think I agility'd away. It attacked me,
Right.
and I was going to take a shot, and you said, "But or you can back up." So
I get my fear back, but it's also your turn.
How do you get your fear back?
Because I took a fear and then I don't get my fear back.
Okay.
Accounting
Keep
is
these
hard.
GMs honest.
Yes.
So you are making your attack. You were in the midst of making your attack.
And I sprung back, and so
Yeah.
now I'm away. And so, what is the new way that this all happens?
So because you failed your roll, I took an action,
Yes.
and now you will continue your move.
Oh, okay, cool. So, I'm gonna probably end up getting new dice because these are misbehaving so far. But I'm gonna try them again, and we're going to shoot that sucker with my bow.
Okay.
Because that's what I got. I got a bow. Nice. So that would be 17 with hope.
Okay. So you take a hope, and you will roll damage for your bow.
Nice. My damage with my bow, if I remember right, is I thought it was 1d8 plus 1. No, 1d8 plus 2. 1d8 plus 2 for a total of 3 points of damage. That's 3 on a d8 plus 2. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
My dice are going to be
so.
melted.
As you draw back to attack this guy, you see the arrow sink. It's weird. The arrow kind of penetrates and then falls to the ground because there's nothing to hold it up. But you definitely see that you have done something. The creature recoils from that blow. You have done some damage.
And he's Qatari? They
yeah,
are Qatari?
it's a Qatari spirit.
All right.
And initiative is still with the players.
So yeah, I mean, if I can also speak while I shoot him, I can say that was just a warning shot.
Not really any kind of. There's a reaction, but it's more of a reaction than a oh, I'm scared reaction.
I was kidding. It wasn't a warning shot. It just wasn't very good.
Yeah. I definitely want to attack. So that right?
Yes,
Oh, that's true. I had to put one of these here, didn't I?
you did.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a long, hard swipe at it with my battle axe.
Go
I do
for it.
damage. That's not something I would do, but you should.
Oh, what am I? I'm rolling these, but do I have anything extra that I could roll?
I believe you would be rolling with your strength, which is +2, and I
Okay.
don't know that you get any other modifiers.
+2. And the fear is winning here. So it's 14. I'm sorry, 16 fear.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is 1d10 plus 2. 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, the battle axe contacts this. Again, you feel the resistance as you strike, as if you had struck at a foe. It's able to avoid most of the damage just by moving out of the way, but you feel the battle axe clip it. But then it just, like, that resistance goes away and the battle axe continues through. It's a very odd thing as you're fighting this kind of half corporeal creature. But you definitely did some damage, and you feel pretty good about that. But it's now the creature will then turn and retaliate. Since you're the one who attacked it, it will attack you.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit you?
One would think.
You could have dodged.
I don't dodge.
Could have jumped in the water.
And so again, it after taking this, it reaches out towards you, gets a claw in you, and you feel this coldness go through your body as you take 8 points of damage.
Okay, so that is 1 hit point for me.
Okay. And because I only have one creature on the board, I can only make one move.
Oh, so it's our turn again?
Unless I spend fear, which I'm not going to do right now.
All right. So I draw back my bow and say, I guess we're going to have to shoot for real this time.
For real this time.
Thank you, sir. And it is with a 16, 17, 18. 18.
Okay.
Hope.
Hope. With hope.
18 with hope. That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
By the way, I'm going to spend that hope. I guess I have to do that ahead of time, don't I? Well, I'll have to remember to do that next time. Spending it for hope for the Ranger's focus.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it. I don't care.
Okay. Then Ranger's focus, which gives me a plus 1d6 on the damage roll. So I might actually do something this time.
Maybe.
And since I have plus 2 damage, we'll just roll that there. So 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely had an impact. Again, the arrow strikes, the creature recoils backwards. It is going to... initiative stays with you guys. It fades back, screams. It looks like it's mad with pain and rage. Not going to run away or retreat. It's still staying with you. It's Takari.
So, or I'm going to whack it again because, whacking's important.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 11, 12, 13, fear.
13 with fear. Okay. Just enough.
Just enough?
Just enough.
Okay, so that means I need to roll. 1d10 plus 2. And that is 8.
8.
8.
And with that, as your battle axe swings into the creature, it gives you one last shriek, and it dissipates into nothingness. And you are left facing the dim light, the fog, and nothing but darkness.
So I get a sense this place is evil.
Or
possessed of some evil spirits.
Or at least haunted. That was a
I
weird,
think it could be haunted.
weird cat thing to have to kill. Sorry about that.
I mean, it happens, you know. I mean, yeah. Didn't leave anything behind? No, like green slime?
Nope.
No, no foul smell?
Nope.
Hmm. Let's get off the dock.
No, let's get off the dock. Let's go into the town.
So we head towards the town.
Okay. The first place you come upon as you enter the town is the market square. In the market square, and might as well draw this, why not? Do we have a rag that we can...
We'll need a wet rag to wipe the wet rag eraser markers. Much easier than whatever you were doing before.
Okay, so you're in the market square. What you can see in the market square is, you know, there's nothing much here. There are some dilapidated stalls that have been clearly kind of run down and shattered. A bunch of rotting fruit that looks like it's been there for a couple of weeks. And a few skeletons.
Not like animated skeletons, but...
No, just well, dead bodies.
Gotcha.
Mummifying. And rotting.
So are there...
One or the other.
Are there any like urns or jars or anything like that around? Maybe something about yay big, like somewhere between 2 and 5 gallons.
Give me a knowledge. Well, I think we're still rolling instinct. Roll what you like, but
All right.
let's give a look. You're looking around for urns or whatever.
So I got a 13, 14 with hope.
14 with hope. You don't notice anything like jars or urns here. You do notice a faint stirring. One of the corpses twitches a little bit.
So I think that corpse over there is moving.
Yeah, I see that. That's unsettling.
Are we sure it's a corpse?
It sure looks like one. It certainly smells like one.
So I use the corpse for target practice.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Golly, gee, 11, 12, 13 with fear.
13 with fear. Well, 13 with
Makes
fear
sense with the skeleton and all.
will
scary.
hit. That will hit. So go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Uh, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
I see that.
So having disturbed that corpse, another spirit of the body that was there, the human comes in and will immediately attack. You didn't give me an action token.
Oh, sorry.
but that's okay. You get it back anyway.
All right.
And we'll immediately attack Kari.
Oh, okay.
It just goes for the nearest one person that it can see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. I cannot evade 8.
Okay. Seven points of damage. Again, that cold touch, pulling your life force out.
Doesn't do anything to me.
Okay, so you take a stress.
I take a stress?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do now?
I'm gonna whack it with a. I'm gonna whack it with a.
Yeah, go for it. Return fire.
So, damn it. With my. Okay, so that's 8 with hope. So that's a hit.
It is not. It's an 8 with hope.
It's an 8 with hope. I'm sorry.
But nice try. I like that. It's a hit.
So you take a swing and a miss.
And a miss.
It reaches out for you again.
Oh, don't I get to go?
Nope. Because he missed.
Because I missed.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does a 7 hit you?
Me?
You.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. It turns its attack 2, 3, 4.
4?
4.
No.
All right. You can take another stress.
Another stress.
As again, it's not so much that this is giving you damage. It's just, this constant sense that something is trying to suck the life out of you is starting to get on your nerves, man.
Yeah. These things are ticking me off.
Let's go to
So we're gonna
Varian.
We're gonna burn that hope, of course, because we want our Rangers' focus.
Okay.
And then we're going to turn because we're attacking him there, and I'm gonna, if I can step back 1 or 2 while I'm doing that because I want to make sure I keep out of his range. And we're gonna try and attack him there, which is, I think, successful with a 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
With hope.
Okay, 16 with hope. Take your hope back. And yeah, that'll hit. Do your damage.
Nice. And since my Ranger's focus, that means I get my extra damage there. So 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
9. Okay. Good solid hit. Again, you get that sound of a shriek.
Actually, here.
Yep. As your arrow strikes and drops. Which of you is the more observant? Who has the higher instinct?
I have a +1 instinct. I don't know what the skill is.
Okay. Kari, give me an instinct roll.
Instinct roll would be...
Yeah, just give me an action roll, adding your instinct modifier.
So, 14, fear.
Okay. 14 with fear. Guys, tokens. You didn't take an action. 14 with fear. I will say that this is what you notice on a 14 is that as this thing shrieks, another one of the corpses in the area begins to twitch a little bit.
I knew that was going to happen.
Okay, so
but please continue with your move.
If we're killing this thing, then other things will start coming after us.
I would still kill this thing.
Are you sure?
Keep it up.
All right, I'm gonna battle axe again, and that is
that's a critical.
It's a critical. Is that?
Yeah, that's a critical success.
That's the first critical we've had in the entire game.
Yeah.
All right, so on a critical success, you take a hope.
Okay, I have a hope. Keep hope alive.
You clear a stress.
Hope alive. You clear a stress.
Clear a stress. Okay.
And you roll damage.
And I roll.
Actually, you do your weapon's base damage, which is 10?
10 plus 2.
Okay, so your base damage for your weapon is 10. Mm-hmm. Your modifier is 2, so you do 10 damage plus your roll.
Plus my roll.
Plus whatever your roll is.
Oh, okay. So
So kind of epic.
So 17.
17. So you do. This poor thing had 1 hit point left.
Can I show you how this works, Leif?
Yeah.
You swing the battle axe, and you know how you felt resistance in the past?
Yeah.
You feel nothing. The battle, you just swing, it disappears. You stumble actually slightly, easily catch yourself, and actually kind of feel cool in how well you catch yourself as you swing through. And, yeah, and thus
Superhero pose.
get your superhero pose, clear of stress.
Yeah.
This thing disappears. What do you do?
I instantly go rock and disco move, man.
Yeah. I've been practicing. I've been practicing a lot.
Oh, what was that you were saying about the other thing?
Yeah, I think that as soon as we disturb one, another one gets disturbed, and so on. So maybe we need to not mess with these things.
So I'm assuming that one is now moving towards us.
It's not moving towards you. It twitched a little bit.
Okay.
If you examine it, you will find that it will twitch again.
Yeah, let's not examine it. Let's just leave these things alone. Because it twitched before and didn't do anything, and then you shot it with an arrow.
I'm gonna move away from the thing, the twitching. I'm
Okay.
gonna go way over here and keep myself back, because even though they can not hit me and they can hit you, you apparently don't take any damage from these things, but I do.
Yeah.
So
So let's just leave them alone and not poke them unless we absolutely have to.
yeah,
Would that be a good idea?
I'm totally for that. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that skeleton. I'm also
definitely.
gonna look around for other skeletons and
Corpses.
carefully
Corpses.
Yeah, I don't want any.
Yeah, we don't want them to sneak up on us, but we're looking for something, and so we don't need to start a fight if we're just looking for something.
And as you have spent
45 minutes discussing our
so much
next
time
move.
dithering,
So the minute this thing starts coming at me, I'm like, I'm ready for, because I'm looking. You know, I've got one of these things going, Paul.
all right, it comes up. It's going to come screaming towards Kari. I will give you a chance to make a reaction before it gets there. So give me a agility roll.
I'm gonna
Agility roll.
Yeah.
this is not an attack, just a reaction, and for both of us or just me?
Just you.
Is that
So an agility roll is 11, 12, 13 with fear.
13 with fear.
16 with hope?
Okay. Well, you weren't watching it. He was. So
Oh, okay.
So 13 is good enough. Give me. You can take a reaction attack real quick.
Oh, do I get this one back?
Nah, we're still in combat. So
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, sir. Okay. So wow, nice. 16, 17, 18 with hope.
all right, take a hope and roll your damage.
I'm gonna mark that hope off because I want to do that Ranger's focus thing. Which again, I should probably
Should
tell
be doing
you.
it beforehand, but whatever.
Yeah. So 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
Okay. 5, you say?
6.
6.
6, sir.
3.
Okay. And then, despite being interrupted, it will continue its move. I'm sorry, Kari, you just happen to be closer to everything I bring out.
That's
I,
fine.
however, am not sorry because that's exactly what I intended.
That's what you planned.
Hey, tank's got a tank. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Again, these things just keep reaching out, and that's 4. So I guess you
That's
take
a
a stress. It's really getting on your nerves, man. They just keep coming.
Yeah.
And that's one action from me. It goes to you. All right. Take a swing.
Take a big swing. Oh, that doesn't matter. Leave it. Okay, so
Oh, that's promising.
22.
That will hit.
Hope. Also.
22 with hope. So take a hope and give me your damage.
Taking a hope.
So again, this creature comes streaking in at you, and you.
11.
11.
11.
Very nice. Definitely do some damage. And since you rolled with hope, it goes to
You, sir.
Varian.
Me, sir.
You, sir.
Excellent. So I draw back and I take another shot, knowing exactly where this thing is. And it looks like a 15, 16, 17 with hope.
Okay, 17 with hope.
With hope.
Okay, take your hope and roll your damage.
Roll that damage.
10, 11, 12.
12, very nice. Okay, so with that, this creature will disappear. Go ahead and clear it off. As you look around, you notice that there are maybe 4 or 5 more corpses in this area.
This is more corpses than I initially counted. Let's leave.
I'm with you. Whatever you want to do. I mean,
You're not telling me that I'm the smart one of this group, are you? 'Cause
No.
That's a sad, sad day.
well, I mean, you've tried it your way. You know, stab first,
I'm
run
going to point
later.
out he attacked me first.
Yes, he quivered. He
No, the other one did.
Oh, the one on the dock.
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay. All right.
It's all one attack. The cubes said that. So we're going to leave.
Okay.
So,
All right, so you find yourself on a path. There are a few options available to you. There's a little row of shops leading away to your left as you exit the marketplace.
we're gonna
To
guess go that way then.
looking
No,
ahead,
wait.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
there is a home on
Shoot
stilts.
first, ask questions later.
And looking to your right, there is a row of shops and some more bridges leading to what looks like it's probably a tavern and a church.
Okay. Where do we think?
Wait. Sorry. There's a church directly ahead of you. There is a tavern to your right.
Okay.
To the right and ahead of you, past the tavern, there's a kind of mysterious tower.
Yeah.
And then there are a number of homes and businesses along the dock.
So,
I'm thinking what we're looking for is probably in the tower.
that's good thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part
It's
of
not going to
Qatari
be in the
culture-
tavern.
Part of Qatari culture is that we put on these plays all the time. Many of the plays that we watch are horror plays. This feels very horrific to me.
Okay.
But one of the tropes in these plays is that obviously the undead don't go to churches. But during an undead attack, you go to the pub to wait until things
yes.
blow over.
Especially if the pub's named the Winchester.
But always, in all cases, the tower is usually where the thing is. And since we have to get the thing,
Yes.
I think we should go there. Let's.
The MacGuffin.
Yes, we are searching for the MacGuffin. It can only be in the tower.
Okay.
But if we need to, I think we should run to the church or to Winchester.
Okay.
Okay, so you go to the tower.
Yes.
Let's go to that
We're
tower.
going to go into the tower.
Okay.
Are the little kitty hairs standing up on the back of my neck?
Oh, definitely.
Is my back like permanently arched?
When you enter the tower, the ground level is a large empty chamber. Faded frescoes decorate the curved walls, depicting mages defending a tower. A hole in the stone ceiling, where a staircase would have led, leads upwards 30 feet. The staircase is crumbled, leaving no obvious way to ascend. And I should mention that this tower is not... It seems to be relatively corpse-free, but you did pass a number of bodies on your way in here.
So we may have to fight our way out.
So I'm going to be, as we're sneaking around in this town, by the way, as we're walking around, I'm going to attempt, being that I am part of a wild-born community, means that I was raised by a clan deep within the forest.
Okay.
My movement is naturally silent. Also, cat.
Fair.
Gain advantage on any action rolls you make to move without being heard. Spend a hope to also grant this ability to an ally while they stay within a very close range of me. So, do this.
Okay. So you are moving silently.
We're going to move silently, and I'm going to give up one of these hopes because I got a lot at the moment. Probably
All right.
more than I'm needing now, but less than I'll need later in danger. But
Roll me an agility roll just to let me know if you made it in here unnoticed.
Big money.
11, 12, 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Okay.
I get my hope back.
Good to know.
Jesus, that's so... I want you to know that my feet are also moving below the table.
And
Okay. So y'all ghost in to this area. You're at the bottom of the tower. You see that there is. I've kind of described the scene. There's no stairs. There's no obvious way up. What do you want to do?
We're going to need to use rope or something, I think.
well, I've got a nomadic pack that I can use once per session, and may spend hope to reach into this pack and pull out a common item that is useful in any situation.
Okay. Reach into your pack, spend a hope, and tell me what you find.
Um.
And I will tell you if you can have it.
Okay. A climbing gear set with rope and
You're basically the guy that's from from Jumanji, the sequel.
yeah, with the yeah. Okay,
That's great.
The guy with the pack, yeah.
The guy with the pack.
Okay,
That's
pack.
great. I love it.
So
You 100% have climbing gear in your pack.
Okay.
You don't even need that card to have climbing gear in your pack.
okay.
So if there's something else you would want that was more specific to the to help you grapple with the situation.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean, things that would be helpful here would be, I guess, can we see in the dark? How does this work?
So it's filtered light in here, and you guys have torches. You can light the area if you like.
So things that would help would definitely be, we need light, we need rope or climbing gear, pitons, I'm sure part of your climbing gear, maybe just a giant 50-foot ladder would be perfect. I don't know how you fold that sucker out.
Not in your pack.
But, I mean, handy nonetheless.
yeah,
Like one of those little extension ladders from the back of the painting trucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No?
I don't think so. Damn. I guess.
I mean, earlier I would have said maybe one of those jars, because my whole goal with that rotting fruit was to put it in the jar and then it turns into alcohol later.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
that's what
Later,
you use.
much later.
We can come back for it.
I don't think I want to come back to this cursed
We're
town
going to be
unless we're
leaving at
curing.
some point.
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to need a drink.
Yeah. Probably.
Of course, now that I know that the Winchester's here,
Yes. Yeah.
you look at me like you're surprised at this.
No, I am not surprised at all.
I can't think of anything else to get out of the pack beyond the
Okay, so you
climbing
get your
gear.
climbing gear out of the pack. What do you do next?
I'm going to start climbing, I guess.
Yeah. Throw a hook up and
Okay, so you're gonna attempt to climb the interior walls of the tower.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming there's rooms up there or some places or doors that lead into...
or a balcony or something.
Okay. I'm gonna pick a DC. Okay. Give me an agility roll.
Before I do that, let me make sure that let's see. On any agility rolls, I may mark a stress to reroll my hope die. Is this an agility roll? Yes. So I at least have that as a backup. Being a cat, I'm gonna land on my feet
Eventually.
eventually. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So so 23, 24, 25 with hope. And I'm bouncing the hope off the walls here. So
Okay, well, with hope, you manage to absolutely easy enough. You're a cat. You've got claws. You using a combination, you're able to find. It's an old tower. You're able to find places to secure the pitons in without making too much noise.
nice.
You get up to where you're close to the ceiling. Unfortunately, you're still several feet away from the hole in the ceiling, but I think on a 23, you can probably get there. So you're able to. The 23 is a really high roll, so we'll give it to you. You get up, you climb up. You're kind of supporting yourself. You can't really reach over there, but you notice that there's rafters. And you're able to kind of hand over hand over the rafters and pull yourself up into the hole in the ceiling. Where you find a rope that was kind of laying on the beam, visible from below, possibly, that is tied up that you can kick down to Kari.
So I look down to Kari and I go, kick the rope.
That was pretty impressive. You're like a cat.
Meow.
Meow, indeed.
All right. And it goes to you're sitting there. You've got a rope down there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around a little bit after I kick the rope, just to make sure what is going on up here. I mean, am I kicking a rope down so that all of the giant golem monsters can climb down after killing me, or is it less dangerous than that?
On a cursory inspection, you are alone in the top of this tower.
Is there anything up here worth climbing up here to see? Because if I make them climb up here to see, and there's nothing to see,
Well, the upper floor
I'm going to
consists
be looking like a fool.
of a singular room the size of the tower itself. So it's the full tower. It's just one room.
Okay.
Most of the walls have crumbled with age, opening the space up to the outside elements. Leaves, mildew, and detritus cover the floors. A makeshift camp has been set up inside, including a bedroll, the remnants of a small campfire, and a pile of notes. Slumped against the wall is a skeleton wearing ancient armor, similar to that of the figures in the paintings on the lower level.
So I'm still being silent.
Okay. Yeah. Do I need to go ahead and climb up? Okay. I'm climbing up.
Okay. Give me a either strength or agility to climb the rope.
That is a 20. No, I'm sorry. That is 17 fear.
17 with fear. Okay. As you climb up, you definitely get the sense that you have made some noise. And you will take... no, you will not take a stress, but you definitely get the sense that you've made some noise.
Sorry. So now I'm upstairs.
You're up top, and you see the notes. You see the makeshift camp. You see the skeleton wearing the ancient armor.
I'm gonna spend that hope to keep us silent again now that he's closer to me.
And I'm going. So the armor looks a lot like the armor in the pictures downstairs. Did you see the armor in the pictures downstairs? So I'm thinking that skeleton's probably the wizard that was protecting this tower, and something killed him, and nobody came to take the armor and
or it's going to attack us.
or it's going to attack us. It very well could attack us because it's defending the tower.
Yeah. So I'm going to look at the notes.
Okay. All right. Give me.
I'm looking around too for like dead bodies, corpses, skeletons, aside from the suit of armor, which I'm assuming still has a body in it.
The armor still has a skeleton in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not good.
This skeleton looks old. Like old. Much older than the corpses that you've been seeing.
Is there a rock or anything heavy up here? Like there was some loose stones that the tower was made of?
Yeah, I would say that part of the side of the tower has sort of collapsed inward. This is forming kind of forming some loose stone upon which this makeshift campfire was built. That somebody had, giving it a place for the smoke to exit and so forth. So I would say that there's probably some rocks there.
Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to take in our little tower up here. Oops. Demonstration went a little too fast there. What I'd like to do is have a stone up here on the top of the tower, and I'd like to affix a rope to said stone, and then a loop around the other end of the rope.
Okay.
So that were I to put the loop on the skeleton follows the rock down the mountain or down the tower.
Yeah.
With the rope attached to it. If I affix the rope to the skeleton, to the suit of armor and the skeleton, bringing probably a good deal of damage to the skeleton as the rope takes its head and or neck with it.
Okay, so you're trying to pull the head of the skeleton off of it by tying a rope to the skull,
maybe
throwing a stone.
Rock. Yeah, like
through
a big
the hole.
rock, like a relatively large rock, like something that would move the skeleton and the armor. Because
give me a finesse roll.
All right. I have a +1 with that finesse.
Good for you.
I am a very finessed MFer. And I am a finessed. Yeah, so 22 with hope.
22 with hope. Yeah, easy enough. You tie the stone to the skeleton. You toss the rock out. Skulls aren't really attached to anything, so it just goes and flies to the ground and smashes.
All right. I don't know if that did anything, but I felt good about doing it.
Yes.
My hope was that was, like a living spirit thing, and I was going to cause massive damage right in the...
Right.
But it appears that didn't happen, so maybe I just pissed it off.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in a minute now, won't we?
Yeah. Anything twitching?
No. You wanted to read the notes, was that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. We wanted to read the
We
notes.
wanted to read the notes.
All right, so give me a knowledge roll. Just one.
No, just one.
If you want to help, you can spend a hope, and he can roll an extra d6.
Okay, so 16 hope.
16 with hope? Okay, so the notes are practically illegible. They're... From the makeshift letter, you're able to make out just a few words. You can see that the letter has the words acceptance, toil, skull, bell tower, and catacombs.
Oops.
Okay.
I think I've definitely not accepted the skull in the bell tower.
Yes. So say those words again.
Acceptance, toil, skull, bell tower, catacombs.
Bell tower, catacombs.
ATSBC.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do in this tower? You're say
Probably
that you've got
retrieve
the
the skull that I just threw down.
the remnants of a skull. That
Whatever is down
Well,
there.
okay,
so
but the
it
the
could have
person
attacked us.
writing the notes would not have written about their own skull.
You never know.
That skull was 100 years old easily.
Like I said, they wouldn't be talking about their own skull.
How old were the notes, or are the notes? Since I haven't tied anything to them.
It's
thrown them
paper. It's been exposed to the elements. So you would guess weeks, months, maybe.
Okay,
That's not very old.
so maybe
Not to mention the fruit that was rotting in the yard out there was probably not very old either.
yeah.
So
Well,
this is all fairly recent.
so
Yeah,
it
this
could
was
be-
this was a functioning village 4 weeks ago.
So it could be that the skull is the skull that they're talking about. You need the skull of the wizard to find something. And I don't know what acceptance means, unless it's a letter of acceptance. The note, I don't know. Toil, not a clue. But we're in the bell tower. I'm assuming
No.
this is no. We're not in the bell tower.
There is no bell in this tower.
Okay, so we need to find the church bell tower, and then find the catacombs.
Yeah, I think you're right on all of that. Looking around, is there anything else up here of use besides the armor?
Well, you can give me a. Tell me how you look around in here.
So we use our torches or lanterns or whatever we have, our light sources.
Okay. You can have lanterns if you'd like.
Lanterns are good.
Okay.
Yeah. So we use our lanterns to lantern, being lantern-like,
Okay.
and we carefully put them in all the little nooks and crannies. That is our first pass. Our second pass would be probably moving items to see if there was anything behind them. I'm sure shadows are being cast. What time of day is this? At nighttime? Daytime?
Let's
Is
say
it
it's
dark outside?
mid-morning-ish.
Well, it's
you
still
would
dark
guess.
outside because
It is really hard to say what time of day it is because the cloud cover is so thick you can't see the sun. It's got
Gotcha.
that weird Detroit in wintertime, like
Yeah, but
it's
there's
daytime
there's a-
kind of feeling.
There's a standard like 30 to 40% light that's on everything ish. We're not in
Yeah.
like pure darkness.
No.
Okay. So yeah, we move things, get them out of the way. We look behind things.
Although it is dark because you're inside and there's
Yeah,
no
but
light
there's-
sources.
I thought there was opening to this.
There's an opening in the wall that's giving you some light, but it's
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
dim. It's very dim
It's
in
dim.
here.
Okay.
So yeah, the lanterns are definitely helpful.
Okay. So we'll move items out of the way and look behind them. If there are chests, we will
Okay.
carefully open the chests one at a time.
There are not chests, but what I would like you to do is, based on that, can you give me an instinct roll?
One instinct roll.
One of you can spend a hope to give the other one advantage if you would like.
I'll roll. You've got plenty of hope.
I got 5 hopes. I'll take a
I
hope
only have
off.
3.
Well then, I'm taking a hope off and you roll.
I'm just I'm doing
Because our
a
instinct is the same, I think.
instinct. So it's +1.
And with that roll, you can add a d6.
So if you fuck this up, Leif.
It's gonna be all on me. Okay, so it's 17 with fear.
17 with fear.
I know.
All right. Well, a couple of things happen.
Okay.
One is that you find a bronze key in the rubble.
Key of bronze.
I'm going to mark that down over here. Bronze.
Another thing that happens with the high roll is that you notice that this armor is in remarkably good condition.
Just gonna guess this is magical armor.
I would assume so. If a wizard's wearing it, which I'm assuming from the pictures downstairs.
Well, I mean, it looks nothing like the pictures. This guy has no head.
Anyway, like I was saying, I'm assuming if wizard's going to wear some armor, it's going to be magical, right?
One would hope.
One would hope.
I mean, that's the way it was in Excalibur, with the little helmet thingy. Yeah.
The third thing that happens
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
is that you notice that your way out below you, drifting into the space below you, we find two wandering spirits drifted in below you in this tower.
Let's just,
We're still trying to be quiet.
pull up the rope and send the rope out the hole in the wall and just avoid them altogether.
Okay, so you guys want to try to sneak out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're downstairs.
Excellent. Amazing. Do give me All right, I'm going to say, normally this would be agility, but instead this is going to be a finesse roll. Because you're really just trying to, clever your way out of this situation. Unless you make me a better case for agility over finesse.
Well, the only reason why I could say that it would be agility is because my my wild-born, naturally silent nature is based on agility. Let's see. I guess no. My movement is naturally silent. This isn't based on agility at all. This is based on any action rolls I make to move without being hurt. Which I'm assuming this is.
This is one of them. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I guess I'm naturally silent. I don't know what that, but I will spend a hope to make you also naturally silent.
Thank you.
I don't know if this gives us a benefit or not. I don't know if it changes the instinct to agility, but it.
Okay.
All right. Give me your finesse roll.
It's a critical, oddly enough, with 2 3s and a extra one. So I have a 7 critical.
You're a ghost and you roll with advantage.
It seems like that would suck.
I roll with advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
But
You're a ghost. You just
disappear.
the spirits are actually convinced they heard something from upstairs and are looking up there to. You're gone. You're on the outside of this tower.
Okay.
And you can roll with advantage based on
Roll.
and take a hope.
Thank you.
What am I rolling against?
This is finesse.
Finesse. Ugh.
Were we able to take the armor with us?
You can try to take you didn't say you were taking the armor, so.
No, that's
I'm
true,
taking
we
the armor with me.
didn't. Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. And you're rolling with advantage, so you roll a d6 as well.
D6 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, very nice.
okay,
a little bit of fear there.
21. No. Hang on a second. That is 11 and 12, which would be 23, minus 1, which would be 22. Okay.
Okay. 22 with fear.
With fear.
The armor actually makes a noise.
Clank!
And you're not certain if it's been noticed or not, and that uncertainty causes you some stress.
Okay.
But other than that, you seem to have climbed down to the outside of the bell tower without being noticed.
Okay.
Or the outside of the wizard's tower, or whatever this tower is, without being noticed. Carrying this armor.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do now?
Well, my plan was originally we were going to go downstairs, look at the mural, and find out where the bell tower was based on the painting.
Mm-hmm.
So, without that being an option, for a couple of reasons.
Yeah. Couple of literal
Yeah, I'm
reasons.
trying to picture in my head if I remember seeing a bell tower on the mural.
On the mural? No.
Okay. Can I see a bell tower, obviously? Or
Yes.
Then we go to the bell tower.
There is a church on an island. You will have to pass back by the pub and swing near but not through the marketplace, but you can, in fact, get to the church.
We do that, and we do it silently. If I need to spend more hope, let me know. I'm still trying to keep us silent.
Okay, if you're still trying to stay silent, give me a... both of you give me an agility roll, and you give me an agility roll.
Critical success, 2 11s plus 2. So 24 with hope, or with critical success, I guess. No hope.
Take a hope, clear a stress. You get to roll with advantage if you want.
So 18 hope.
18 with hope. Take a hope.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys easily, unnoticed, drift through this town and make your way to the church. At which point, I'm going to set up another map. So let's take a break and come back here in just a minute.
Bing, bing, bing.
And we're coming back in 3, 2, something. Okay. Okay, so you come to the church. To the side of the church, there's a graveyard.
This is the graveyard, or this is the church?
That is the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the church, there's a bell tower. As you enter the church, you are immediately set upon by 3.
We're silent, by the way.
Yep. But I have a metric butt ton of fear. So
Damn
you will
Damn you and your fear.
enter the church and immediately be attacked.
Well,
I'm thinking I wouldn't march in first, but
Okay, so you're behind? Yeah,
Well,
just you guys can choose your marching order. So you are immediately attacked on all 3 sides.
okay.
And I'm going to give these guys 1 round on you, and then it will be your turn. So, just going to roll 3 attacks.
oh, don't forget you have some sort of special extra damage power
3,
too.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7?
7.
No. I mean, yes.
3
I
seconds.
cannot evade. I cannot evade. Although it's 7. I use a armor.
5
No.
That 5 hits. I guess meets it.
meets it, beats it,
Hold up. So, yeah.
and 6.
Yes. So
Literally
all
the
of
3
those-
lowest rolls that I can possibly roll.
Yeah.
and still beat me.
Yeah. As I understand it, he has to hit you above a 5 or above, and then his damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's
That's-
below 8, it bounces off you, but you take a stress.
All right. So the first one, 4.
No, sir.
Take a stress. Second one, 4.
No, sir.
Take a stress.
Okay, I'm out of stress.
3.
No, sir.
You have no more stress to take. You take a hit point.
A hit point.
So these guys come in. Their cold touch is finally starting to get past your nerves and to your body.
Okay.
And with that, having spent some fear, I give it to you.
Attack the one on your left, and I attack the one on his left, shooting it with a bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my hope, of course.
This one.
So I'll erase my hope.
Keep hope alive.
Keep up alive. I get a grand total of 15 with hope. Oh, I get my hope back.
All right. 15 with hope hits.
Nice. Whoa, 14 points of damage.
14. Okay. Yeah, definitely does some damage to the one on his left.
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay.
Whatever one that is.
All right, yep. Did some damage. It shrieks. The arrow clatters to the floor. It turns towards you, and it looks like it might attempt to get to you next. Put an action token on my tracker, please.
Yes, thank you. I forget that every time.
And you get to go.
Okay, I'm going to use hope and do the whirlwind.
These are bribes for the GM.
And so any damage I make, everybody else gets a half damage.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and take a swing.
Take the swing. Take the swing. Come on, big money.
Holy cow.
Okay, so that's 23, 24, 25 hope. Do I get a hope back?
You do indeed get a hope back.
Yay.
And roll your damage.
All right, this is where it's got to be big money. Got to be big money.
Well, I'm thinking the one on the left is probably close to dying. If not, we're in trouble.
That's a
That's
12.
a 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both
12.
just did maximum damage.
So that's 12 on Lefty here,
That
Okay.
poor sucker.
and 6 on the other two.
Okay. All right. You definitely have done some damage to Lefty. He's still standing, but
Oh no.
fading, and you have done a little bit of damage on the first two.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to spend 2 fear to continue attacking you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I don't get that back, right?
You do now, because I'm
Okay.
taking an action.
Okay.
Do I get this one back?
You will if I take an action.
Oh, I see. It's got to be against the person.
Yes.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, it doesn't actually. I could take both attacks against him.
Oh, gotcha.
12 hits.
Okay. All right. 8.
Matches.
All right. So you take a hit point. So the one that you did the most damage to,
That's where you
number
could take
3,
your armor and reduce it if you needed to.
reaches forward and yeah. But there's no point in him reducing any damage below his minor threshold because he's always going to take a hit point at this point. All right.
That's true.
10.
No stress.
Which will also hit you.
Yes.
The one right in front of you attacks you for 10. 4.
For damage, so I can't take a stress.
Yeah, you take a hit point.
Okay, another hit point. Hey, I'm getting kind of weak over here.
All right, you're up.
This guy's still standing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's shoot him. Got to put a token over here because I forget that every single time. Thank you, Leif.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember that someday in the future. All right, keep those rolls coming. And it's a critical success because I rolled 2 2s. That's
All right.
Total is 6.
yeah. So
Oh, and I
boom.
get a hope?
6, but it's a critical. So I guess that's.
I mean, you can roll damage if you want, but you're gonna kill him.
I'm gonna roll damage because I've got my ranger focus on him anyway because I want to see what I do, and then I can tell a nice story. So it is indeed 9, 10, 11 points of damage,
Yeah, it'll do it.
which pins him right through his forehead, hauls his ghostly ass back, despite the fact that, it would have normally dropped the arrow. The arrow just hauls right through there and then thuds in the wall right over here with the ghost stuck in the arrow. And then the ghost slides like a little bit of like goo off the arrow and he hits the floor.
Okay. So, Ghosty number 3 is dead, and you still have the initiative to your side.
Oh, I don't get hope with that. Or do I get hope with that?
Yeah, you get a hope back.
I-
and
but I
you
have
get
all my
stress.
hope.
Do I
have
get
all my
the
hope.
hope back?
You do not get a hope back. But it is on to you guys. You continue to hold the initiative.
All right. I'm assuming I'm not attacking again, but it's he that is attacking now. Correct?
I'm going to attack.
Either one of you can attack.
Whirlwind,
Oh.
so I'm going to take a hope
Okay.
that I didn't get back.
All right. I'm going to take a token.
Okay. So this is 11 fear.
11 with fear. That does not hit.
Oh boy.
It moves over to me. Seeing how much damage you did, Beastie number 1 is going to go after you. Because it can reach you from where it's at. Seven.
So.
I evaded like I'm the wind.
The one in front of you will attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 attacks you for a 7.
That does hit.
Okay. And it is able to get through 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
And that is below my
Minimum.
minimum. And I have full stress.
You take 1 more hit point.
Oh my god. I'm down to 2 available hit points.
But the good news is, it's back to you.
All right. So you've done damage to both these guys, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm I'm attacking the guy on the right
Okay.
because shooting through you is not an option.
I'm very large. I'm a very large individual.
I mean, I guess I could shoot underneath your legs, but
Yeah.
I'm still going to shoot the one on the left because it might touch me and I'm skittish.
You're skittish because you're a cat.
24 with hope. And I'm ranger focusing.
Yep.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep, that definitely hits. Do your damage.
Do the damage.
Only 5, 6, 7 points of
7 damage. Okay. All right. That definitely hit. Did some damage.
Oh, and I forgot to give you this. See, I'm slowly remembering.
What you got? Kari, you're going to take a swing.
I'm going to take a swing. I'm going to take a hope.
Okay.
And whirlwind. And that is a 15 hope.
15 with hope. All right. Take a hope back and roll your damage.
Take a hope back. Roll my damage. That is an 8.
Okay. 8 to the one directly in front of you.
And 4 to the other.
Okay.
The t'other.
They're not looking great. You rolled with hope. I'm going to go ahead and leave the initiative with you. Your attacks were savage enough. You kind of knocked them back. They're still kind of trying to reel back a little bit and cope with this new situation.
All right. As it reels back, I shoot another one to the right, or another arrow into the one to the right.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Again, trying to get these dice to work for me. They're working so well so far. And it's...
Oh my god!
Critical.
Critical 20.
You rolled like 4 criticals. All right, so how much damage do you do?
It's D6 plus D8 plus 2. So
you do a 14 baseline plus whatever you're doing.
Oh, golly, it's a lot. 14. So
14 plus, which is 28 damage. Okay, well, take a hope, clear a stress if you have one.
I have no stress.
And describe what happens to this creature.
So as I pull back and I release this arrow over the shoulder or under the shoulder of my friend because he's very tall, or she's very tall, or he's very. Which are you again? She. Yeah. So she is very tall. And then I release the arrow. The arrow actually hits the creature like right here. It's wearing some sort of ghostly armor, chinks into that armor, and then during that spot, the armor actually gets forced through the ghost, causing the ghost to kind of explode. Parts of the ghost are still dripping from the ceiling before it fades away.
Fair enough. It has ectoplasm. It splatters everything with ectoplasm. There's a dripping, and that then begins to evaporate away as you eviscerate, demolish, and explode this poor wandering spirit.
Right before the last drips hit the floor, I duck down in a cat-like way, look at the other ghost through your legs, and go.
Okay. With that, number 1 there is dead, leaving us with 1 left, and initiative remains with the party.
I'm going to whack him. I'm not going to spend the hope. I'm not doing a whirlwind because there's only one person on the field of play right now. And I have
nice roll.
17. Is that right? 15, 17. 17 hope.
Okay, take a hope.
Yay.
And give me your damage.
Hopefully
oh my god, Leif, what's your damage?
What's your
damage? What's your major damage?
Oh, 5.
5.
Oh, 5.
All right, I'm going to spend a fear to take initiative back.
You should run.
Oh boy, he's attacking me.
The GM said this was a horror campaign. Didn't say against who.
17.
I think that hits.
Okay. So as you strike, the ghosty in front of you. You notice that it's wearing bishop's robes. This tall, thin, orcish man in bishop's robes looks at you and says, "Blasphemer," and grasps your throat as it tries to choke the remaining life from you, doing 6 points of damage.
And that is just 1 hit point for me.
You are stalwart and do not easily go down. Blasphemer. And he's planning on choking the life out of you and is a little bit frustrated that, you're still standing there.
So I am going to, if I can get around him, her.
Teresa.
So if I can get around her, I'm going to do so and leap upon the bishop in a ferocious, non-usual for my fraidy cat self sort of way. Just realized I am now a fraidy cat because
Okay, excellent.
Trying to.
Do you have a dagger or any other type of weapon?
What I'm really trying to do is get this bishop to release. I'm noticing how injured she looks, and I'm trying to prevent this death.
Okay, give me I'm going to say strength.
All right, so no bonuses.
But Leif, I'm going to allow that you can spend a hope to help push this bishop off of you as part of this move.
I will.
Giving you advantage.
Which is a d6, right? Okay. All right, let's keep those rolls. One of those rolls would be nice right about now. Let's see. No, it's not. It's a total of an 8.
A total of an 8.
Total of an 8.
With hope or fear?
With hope.
With hope. So on an 8 with hope, you are not able to get them off of you, but you do kind of have them a little bit grappled, and they are therefore going to turn their attention to you,
which is fine.
Which still on Leif, but they're now held by you and are going to try to, with their other hand, to try to kind of lever you off of them. So that is going to be
one of these.
That is going to be a 19.
That'll hit me.
Okay. And for 4.
4 is my minor match, so beats it. So I take 1 point of damage.
Okay. So you feel the icy hand of death clawing at you. We go bits back to you. What do you do? Leif, you are being grasped by the neck. You're practically dead. You are gripping this creature and trying to keep its attention on you. So you know that if you go for your bow, you're going to have to release it. So who acts first? What do you do?
I'm trying to pull him off Leif still.
Okay.
Using my strength with no bonuses, because I have no strength bonuses. Meow.
Okay. And you can still spend a hope if you like.
I will spend a hope.
Okay.
Give him advantage.
All right. So take your advantage.
So it's grand total of looks like 20 with fear.
Okay. So on a 20 with fear, you have pulled it successfully off of Leif.
Kari.
Now, or off Kari, and sorry. Unbelievable.
Sorry, I have to give you this because that was an attack, or
that was an action. So yeah. Give me an action token. You are able to lever this off of your friend Kari.
I menacingly now grab my claws out like this, like I'm gonna slash it in the face. Because
and you have successfully gotten the full attention of this creature.
I am not entirely sure this was a good idea.
Then grasps you with both hands, or tries to grip you with both of its hands. Screaming, "All blasphemers must burn!"
Nice.
23.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okay. 6.
That is it's in between the minor and the major, so that's still 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know I worship your religion, right?
He does not. Going to
I mean,
Kari.
I tell him that totally. Yeah, I'm not above fibbing here.
Will you take an action?
I will take an action because I've got a.
Well, I guess it looks something like this.
You managed to. I'm theater of the minding something that should not be theater of the minding. So hold on, I got this. You pulled the bishop back this way, but you can reach out to things that are 10, 15 feet away. So.
Okay, so I am going to take a swipe at him, and I have 16 hope.
Okay, so take a hope.
Okay.
And give me your damage.
Taking a hope.
That definitely hits.
Come on. 10.
10.
Nice.
All right, so Kari.
Mm-hmm.
As Varian clawing and spitting in a way that you have not seen him do before, yanking this apparition off of you as you are really down to your last.
Literal.
And you see this creature that almost killed you reaching out as your friend is fighting and spitting, and you just calmly, with the aplomb of a stalwart giant, just gear up, take a nod, and just decapitate this ghost. And
no head ghost.
The head separates from the body as your blade passes through the apparition. And with one last gasp, you can swear that from the decapitated corpse, you can hear sort of a pitiful blasphemers as it fades away, and you have cleared the church of enemies.
Yes.
I
am.
Pull down my pants and urinate on this thing.
Fair enough. Easily done. You don't have to roll for that.
And then I walk over and I suggest we blockade the door, hide in the corner, and let's rest a little bit because you look.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we're going to make it to Winchester to
Yeah.
hang out and wait until things blow over.
Okay, so all right, give me an agility roll.
Both?
Yeah.
12 with sorry, sir. 15 with fear.
Okay. What you got?
Oh, agility roll. That is 10.
With hope?
With hope.
Okay. All right.
Do I get a hope? No.
You get a hope.
I do? Yeah.
I get a fear. I'll say that with that, you get the sense that this level of the church, probably not the safest spot. A sense of urgency comes over you to keep moving.
Damn. We're in danger.
Danger!
So, all right. We keep moving. Where are we going? Let's see.
Do we go down the stairs? Is that where we go?
Maybe we can go up to the bell tower. Because bell tower.
Right. Is that where the stairs go up or down?
Well, you don't know.
We don't know.
That's a
Are
door.
they going up or down? Oh, that's a door?
That's a door.
So,
The door?
There's a door there.
yeah. So I guess we look around. We look around this place at all. So we scan it. Are there a pile of dead bodies laying around that look like they're going to attack us? That are all twitchy?
No.
Good. Are there things like holy altars filled with holy water, or things that might be useful?
There is an altar on that side of the church.
So is it like an evil-looking altar, i.e., demonology sort of stuff, or is it sort of a hopeful-looking altar?
It's a standard altar.
Standard altar. Okay. No. if it was a tree, I could help here. Actually, I'm a friend of
I
nature.
will say
Is
that
this like
as
a
you're looking for, I will give you this. You do not find anything. I mean, there are holy books in the church, prayer pamphlets, things like that. You don't find anything like vials of blessed water or anything that looks like vials of holy water. Anyway,
I was hoping for that. Holy water, healing potions.
Yeah.
The church is relatively empty. It has a door that you have locked and at this point barricaded, and it has a door behind the altar.
Okay. So let me look at my character sheet, or not my character sheet, but my play guide here real quick, because being unfamiliar with things entirely. Short rest. How long is a short rest?
It's like an hour. And you have the feeling that you do not have an hour to kill at this exact moment in time.
At this exact moment, not an hour to kill. Do you have any magic potions or anything? I had a minor stamina potion, which I used during our last
I have
event.
a minor stamina
potion. You might want to consider doing that, because that will at least prevent damage from hitting you.
Well, what does a minor stamina potion do?
Clears 1d4 stress.
Okay, if you would like,
and I'm assuming it's one dose.
Yeah. So if you would like to drink your minor stamina potion, you can, and you can clear 1d4 of stress.
Real high.
Yes.
All right, clear 4 stress.
Yay! Well, I mean, doesn't help me that much, but it's better than
that's 4 hits.
Not.
I mean, that's 4 more hits than you would have had
right
after the next hit.
Yeah.
Which would have been your last hit.
Right.
And being that I'm a fraidy cat, I'm probably going to put you in front of me again at least once.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of my job.
So I am using hope to be silent as we sneak forward. By the way, I know this is dangerous. It's not normally the time that I would recommend that we do something like this. Or rather, no offense, that you do something like this. You should try that armor on.
Okay. All right. Have we cleared these?
Yeah. We're out of initiative. You guys can take your actions back.
I mean, it's up to you, but I'm thinking if it's magical armor, it might give you some sort of defenses. I don't know what kind of armor you have right now on.
I've got very little armor. What do I have? Chainmail? Yeah, chainmail armor.
Does this armor look better than what he has?
It's plate.
No, that's better than chainmail. Okay, so looking at the armor, is there anything that makes me think that it really is mystical, or is it just armor that was on a wizard?
Give me a knowledge roll.
Knowledge roll.
Well, we can tell it's magical because if it expands to fit you, it's going to have to be magical.
Right. So 10.
Hope or fear?
Hope.
10 with hope? Take a hope. The thing about this armor is that it was on a skeleton. It is remarkably clean.
Okay.
And in remarkably good shape.
I mean, my gut tells me that it's probably magical.
Yeah.
Or cursed.
All right. So I would like to try this on.
Okay. It fits surprisingly well. It takes you about 10, 15 minutes to put it on with some help. It'll take a little bit less time, but it's...
Yeah.
Plate mail takes time to put on. So you can put that you are wearing Magdalene's armor.
Okay, and where would I put inventory? I've got active armor.
Yeah, it is your active armor.
Okay.
So I would just mark that down as your active armor and put your chainmail in your inventory armor. So that is accomplished. You feel like you have spent some time doing that.
Okay. I think it's important. I mean, I like I said, it's a risky, because it could be cursed and you may have just given up, a lot of your, future for that. But I'm willing to risk that.
Okay.
To keep you alive long enough to get me out of here.
Okay.
So does this armor give me a base score different?
It is a base score armor score of 10.
Okay. So I can mark this as 10.
And it gives you resistance to magical attacks.
Okay.
That is its feature.
Okay. So I don't know, are these spirits magical attacks?
Spirits are usually kind of magical because they're not real, but
Right.
I'm no wizard. Well, I guess I am a little bit of a spellcaster. I mean, as far as a spellcaster as I am, I think so, but don't take my word for it. Now, if we were talking about trees or plants or shrubs, shrubbery especially, I could give you the answers.
Okay.
So,
Yes?
do I have any insight on whether or not this is going to protect him against these spirit attacks?
Give me an insight roll.
1, insight. Roll later, and insight?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, knowledge.
Well, a 10.
Fear.
10 with fear.
10 with fear, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Okay, so let's we finish searching the brisk search that we are the fairly quick search we make, and we are going to now approach this door and see what happens.
What happens is do you attempt to open the door?
I'm going to hold back my bow, ready to shoot, and you're going to pull the door by hiding behind the door with an axe to reach up inside the door.
All right.
The door is locked.
Okay.
Door's locked.
I pull out my bronze key.
Oh.
Does the bronze key fit the door?
Bronze key fits the door.
Okay, I hand this to you so that you can open the door, pull it up, smash the guy, and just like before, and I have my arrow back, and I'm just
pull the door open and see what happens.
The door opens, revealing a staircase that goes upwards.
Oh,
I don't shoot the stairs.
please don't.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Sadly, since I have no real way to attack anything from anything less than a distance anyway, I'm going to have to ask you to go first.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do anything because I'm going to be in the way.
I'm going to shoot between your legs.
Okay. All right.
Or around you.
Somehow. Up the stairs we go.
I'm assuming these are 10-foot squares, or these are 5-foot squares?
5 foot.
Okay, so I'll have to shoot like between your legs, or something.
Okay.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to get like a dagger. Sword or something.
Short sword or something.
You make your way to the top of the bell tower.
Are there any daggers or short swords just laying around on these skeletons?
No. From this vantage point, the town of Mirewood spreads out before you. You stand at the top of the bell tower. Its maze of bridges and shacks nestled amongst the dense trees and flowing river. The menacing red glow of angry spirits appears and disappears among the structures, reminding you that you are not completely alone in this place. Hanging above you is an old bronze bell, its toll silent. Also, against the bell, as you mentioned a dagger, you happen to notice that there's a dagger.
Oh my god.
The dagger is stabbed through a scroll and lodged into the bell.
It's not normal behavior for a dagger or a scroll.
Or a bell, for that
or
matter.
A bell.
So someone
put the scroll here
put the
next
scroll
to the thing with the dagger. Just said,
dagger.
Here, I'm not going to make this happen. I've reached the end of my rope. Are there any skeletons around near the thing?
Yeah.
So somebody came up here with a scroll and a dagger. I'm assuming the dagger wasn't just laying here before, and the scroll wasn't laying here before.
Right.
They brought the scroll and the dagger and said, this is really important to keep next to this bell, and then slammed it. They didn't just like tape it to it or tie it with a ribbon or something that would be much more easy. They jammed, and bells are not, they're not like wood, they're metal.
Yeah.
So they're like usually bronze, cast bronze. So stabbing the cast bronze with the dagger to pin the scroll into the bell.
Okay.
Because why? Why? What would make you do that?
Seems like it's like a magical gesture.
This is not one of those Scooby-Doo kind of, we're going to pull the mask off Old Man Smithers.
Right.
Things.
It's like maybe somebody is, by stopping the bell from chiming with this magical note,
Ooh,
maybe that's what
the
the curse of the village is. Does that make sense?
It does. I hadn't thought about that at all. That the scroll might be attached to the bell for some sort of a reason that is keeping. Yeah. I was thinking that maybe we needed to retrieve the dagger, so that we could retrieve the scroll, and then read from the scroll, which probably gives us notes on what we're supposed to do next, or
Right.
it has a spell on it.
Or
that we have to cast.
it's what rains hellfire down on the town, and that's what the scroll is attached to the bell.
I mean,
for.
both are options.
Right, yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just saying.
So looking at the scroll, if I I'm like using my own self as an example here. Like here we go. Got my dagger, got my scroll. Is there like a way that I can just kind of peek inside there, see anything about it without yanking it out?
You can attempt to. Give me a finesse roll.
One finesse roll coming up. 16 with fear.
You are able to see a little bit of the writing.
Can I make it out?
As you do, you take 2 stress.
We don't want to do that.
Okay, we don't want to remove it.
What did I get out of that besides the stress? Like an understanding? Do I have?
Yeah, I would say that sadly on a 16 you didn't get anything. That was a failure with fear. I would say that you, looking at the scroll itself, what you know, even on a failure with fear, based on what happened to you, is that this is powerful magic. It's bad magic. This is harmful. It hurt you, even just a little glance. So this is obviously
A curse.
Yeah. Okay, so So
I'm
what are
wondering
our
if
options here?
I'm wondering if I pull the dagger out with this magical armor on, if that might protect me from
Touching it didn't like cause the harm. It was the reading that
it was
caused
reading
harm.
the scroll. When you touch the scroll, no harm.
Okay.
It was looking at the scroll and seeing the words on the scroll that you were able to make out. Just even the corner of the words was just enough to do some damage.
just pull the dagger.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm strong enough. I'm good enough, and doggone it, people like me. I pull that dagger.
Okay. Give me a strength roll.
+0. See what I got. I'm a little afraid of this. 12 with fear.
12 with fear. Easy enough. You pull the dagger. As you pull the dagger, the scroll crumples to dust. As it does, the bell makes as you pull, because you kind of and you pulled the bell a little bit. Dagger comes free. Bell swings a little bit. There's the softest of tolls, and you feel strongly that your time in this town is could be growing even shorter as you go.
Let's as my feline folk in the forest say, GTFO.
Okay.
You hear a plaintive cry from the direction of the graveyard.
Oh my god. Really? A plaintive cry?
A plaintive cry.
Like
not a shriek.
Like not like these critters that we've been facing down so far.
Oh, and take some stress.
I gotta take a stress for that too? Pulling out the dagger?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you roll with fear. You got
That's true. Yeah. Oh,
you
this dagger.
see,
Is it worn? Is it
as you look, what you can see is coming from the direction of the marketplace. Your way back to the docks. You can see spirits beginning to rise up and slowly start drifting about. It looks like they could start heading to this church. shortly.
All right, so here's the plan. We need to GTFO ASAP.
Okay. Let's go down the stairs and go to the where that cry
Could we see whatever the cry was from the graveyard, or
on the bell tower.
You cannot.
assuming we can
it
see out of the
sounds.
bell
It
tower.
sounds weirdly muffled.
okay?
So it's maybe somebody's trapped in a coffin somewhere.
Yeah, somebody's trapped in a fucking.
Okay.
Save somebody in the coffin before the ghosts get here and kill us all because
Yeah. Okay. So let's go downstairs.
we hightail it. Oh shit! It's blocked.
Okay.
What's going on over here?
I will say that the thing that you notice as you get to the graveyards is a set of stairs leading downward.
Where would that be? Right here? Over there? Is
Over here.
that where we are?
I think there are stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
So is that us coming into the graveyard, or us
Mhm.
going out to the graveyard, out of or down into further graveyard?
It goes down into this area.
Catacomb. Oh my God! There's catacombs.
Of course,
See, there's catacombs.
Yes.
Acceptance, toil, skull, bell tower, catacombs. Yeah, well, that makes sense now.
Uh-oh.
As you come down, oh, sorry. Brady Cat's behind.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You descend into the cramped stone room. The ceilings and walls held up by arched pillars. Nestled in the recesses of the walls are ancient sarcophagi, their sides intricately carved with reliefs depicting warrior spellcasters. Side note, what'd you do with the dagger?
I have it with me.
Okay.
Did it? I was going to examine it a little bit, but then there's that noise coming out of there. So, what? I mean, is it like a rusty dagger? Is it like a crappy dagger? I mean, I'm still going to use it.
It is a fine and beautiful dagger.
Totally unworn by time.
Absolutely unworn time.
Well, it's either
It
going
got
to be
stabbed into a brass bell and is still fully intact.
it's either going to be a cursed dagger or a magical dagger. So sure, I'm keeping it with me so that I can send my own soul to hell by using it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a black blade that's bleeding off, mystical energy, saying "I will kill you"?
No,
Okay, well then I
it's
feel
just
good
a
about it.
finely crafted dagger.
I like it. Oh, then it's it's in my belt, and I'm gonna use that later probably when I'm
Stab somebody in the eye.
yeah.
Their lids, nestled in the recesses of the walls, are ancient sarcophagi. Their sides intricately carved with reliefs depicting warrior spellcasters in battle against dark forces. Their lids feature sculptured reliefs of the person whose body resides inside. The back of the room is an old shrine, the centerpiece of which is a sculpture of a star flanked by 2 crescent moons. However, the shrine has been desecrated. Instead of offerings, a dark idol has been placed upon it. The idol looks to be some strange contraption, a skull with a black gem embedded in its forehead, with wires and machinations twisting in and out of bone, emanating a deep hum as it creates its dark matter.
This is the part.
Mm-hmm.
A young woman paces back and forth by the shrine, turning to her. As you draw near to her, she quickly spins towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that her face and body are emaciated and withered. Her eyes are noticeably 2 different colors, blue on the left, amber on the right. Her skin is somewhat rotted.
Great.
She says to you, "Mortals, thank the gods. You got to break the idol. I can't get myself to do it, but it must be done."
Break the idol.
Let's do that. I mean, the worst that can happen is she's an evil spirit that is tied to the idol by some sort of good magic,
Right.
and this will free her and then put us out of our misery.
Right. That's the worst. That's the worst thing that could happen. Okay.
Well, I mean,
to us.
there's follow-on effects, of
Yes,
course,
but that won't matter to us.
but that won't matter to us.
Okay.
So,
Why don't you ask her who she is?
oh, hey, good idea. Spirit, who are you?
My name is Marie. And really, you've got to break the idol.
So sure, I think that's a grand idea. What is this idol made of? Or can I mean, it's across the graveyard here, so I mean, there's only so much I can probably see without getting closer. But what are we looking at?
It seems to be made of bone. It's a skull. It's a skull with a gem in its forehead. Wires twisting about it.
So then I do a vicious entangle on that thing.
Vicious entangle.
And I try and just do some more. I try and do some damage to it. So it's gonna like grow vines out of the ground, which does 1d8 points of damage to the thing. I think that might slowly tear it apart, and then you can go smash it if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Give me your vicious entanglement damage, or roll to hit, but it's not terribly agile. It's an idol.
That is true. So make a spellcast roll, which in my case is agility, which gives me my bonus, and I'm going to give you my little action dice because I'm taking an action. And it's, well, my attack is a 9, 10, 11.
Fear.
With fear.
Which fear and nothing to do with it.
I know, I see that. But my entangled damage is a 1d8. So 2 points of damage. But I guess that goes on for every round?
Yeah. So you cast Vicious Entangle.
Yeah.
The vines spring up, wrap themselves through and around this skull, and over the course of a few seconds, 10, 20 seconds, just slowly crush it into powder.
This will either work for our advantage, or we'll die a horrible death.
I'm so close to death right now. I'm probably betting on the quick death. So we'll see.
That's what I'm hoping for, so it'll give me a chance to get away.
Yes.
As this happens,
Fraidy cat.
as this happens, you notice something peculiar, which is that Marie's skin begins to knit itself back together.
We're into a spellcaster of ultimate power who will kill us and roast us.
She still looks thin. And on the brink of starvation, but
He's hungry.
No longer looking quite so much like a corpse. And she will stagger and sit down on the ground, clasping her knees to her chest, and begins weeping.
Are you going to be okay, little lady?
And it takes you a couple of minutes to calm her down. And get her story out of her. But eventually it turns out that she was kind of banned from the village at a young age. They branded her as a witch because of her heterochromia. And forced her to live in the swamps. And at some point, she was approached by someone who lived in the town, a man by the name of Thaddeus Shorn, who convinced her to do a little job for them.
Story.
Which eventually ended up with her taking bringing the idol down into the church and taking the dagger up to the bell tower. And she did not realize that this would in fact curse the entire town and kill everyone in it. But it did. and
Awesome.
she feels terrible about that.
You really shouldn't.
Well, I mean, did it kill the people that asked her to do it?
She does not know what happened to Thaddeus Shore.
Hmm.
She has not seen him
And how long ago did this happen?
a few weeks.
It's terrible.
So, my guess is by breaking this spell and saving you, we're now no longer in danger of the hordes of undead approaching this church at this very moment. And by hordes, I mean
Probably.
So
More than two?
let me do this. Let me step away for just a moment. I'll be quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look towards where the hordes of undead were coming towards us and see if they're still coming. And if you hear me scream, "Get away,"
Mm-hmm.
you should get away.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only the one there.
Hope you hear me.
Hey, lady, is there another way out of here besides these stairs?
No, there's just the one stair.
All right, well, let's all get to the stairs.
Yeah, so I guess follow me. Let's go. We go to the stairs. We,
Yeah.
what do we see?
Things look clear. There are no hordes of undead coming at you.
That's
The
the-
mist is actually starting to burn off with the morning sun.
Good.
Am I going to feel bad when these corpses that we've killed and, potentially feed on at some point come back to life?
Nope, no one's coming back to life. You see no signs of anyone coming back to life.
Whoa.
This is everyone in town is dead.
Didn't want to have a follow-up of that puppy incident.
But I mean, we'll essentially close it up here. You guys, you are able, Kari and Varian, to find the artifact that you needed to find.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to have some very old and quite stale ale from the pub amidst the hordes of bodies
That aren't twitching.
Thank
goodness.
I might put an arrow or two into one of them anyway.
There is some question about what to do with Marie, but theoretically the artifact will allow you to transport her out of here with you. And that's where we will end
All right.
today's adventure.
This dagger, does she want it back?
She wants nothing to do with this dagger.
Well, tell me about this dagger.
I don't know. I just don't like it.
I can understand that. Well, I'll keep it with me and figure out what it is later.
That is a thing you can do.
Yay!
Just put cursed dagger in your inventory.
Cursed dagger. I'm getting a sense
that it might be a dagger that's cursed.
Cursed
And
dagger.
Because we're streaming and we did stream this whole thing, I am going to take a moment to say I got this adventure from the Questionomicon from XP to Level 3 Press. They have a whole bunch of great little one-shots in this book. So please check it out. Because it's really cool.
Cool.
It was. That was fun.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
I had a good time with that.
I'm getting to understand the mechanics.
I am too. It works kind of like this, is the way I see it. You are basically my meat shield.
Right.
And
right.
And you suck up all the damage that would otherwise splash onto me.
Right.
While I get to do heroic things and then look like I saved the day.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I'm the stalwart says when you take physical damage, you may spend a hope instead of marking shield armor slot to reduce damage for your
that
armor
would be
score.
handy.
So I could have been
remembered
doing
to do that.
I could have been doing that instead of
You were taking minimal damage every time. It just added up.
Yeah.
You just got hit a lot.
Okay.
Meat shield.
Because you only took first you were taking stress, which is the minimum you can take on a hit.
Right.
And then you just ran out of stress and started taking hit points.
Okay.
I I find like as a DM, the hardest thing for me so far as a GM on this game is encounter balance. It's like the first couple of guys I threw at you, you just wiped the floor with, and I felt you weren't taking any damage. And I threw 3 at you at once, and it was like, oh, I'm going to kill Kari. I'm going to kill Kari.
She's going to die.
I didn't.
Well, so I think the
Somebody
issue
do
is,
something.
I think the issue is this is like the Conan the Barbarian scenario. So you've got Conan and you've got a thief, and you don't have a cleric. You know, so
You guys are a cleric-free group.
Yeah, we are cleric. So there is no recharging in this electric vehicle at all. It's like you have the battery, you do, and then it runs out of battery, and then you're just stuck on the side of the road.
Yeah.
We, I think, need a bigger party to balance things out. But I think this has worked so well so far. I mean,
it's always nicer when there's 3 players.
Yeah.
So
Clemens.
Yeah. Why? Clemens? Why are you sick?
He's ill.
Why are you sick?
He's ill.
It's no excuse. He could have worn a mask.
No, we don't want to be sick.
No, that's true. No,
we don't want to be sick. Nobody wants to be sick.
But encounter balance is hard. And then what do I do? Like my fear just kept piling up.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what to do with it. There are some indicators of what to do with it, but.
So did we like make the right choices as far as the story goes? Like, we made the right assumptions?
You went to the tower, which is where you needed to go to get the key, to get you in the bell tower, to get the dagger, to get you to the catacombs,
but acceptance, toil, skull.
Yeah.
What was the skull? I don't know what acceptance or toil were.
The skull was the idol at the in the catacombs.
Okay.
Bell tower. We had to get the bell tower but the acceptance and toil.
What was the acceptance and toil?
All right. I don't know, but we're gonna close out real quick and stop streaming. So thanks to everybody who watched, if anybody did watch.